First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Brady going to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
And that's called winning in the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Brady to his tight end, Brate, for the Tampa Bay first.
19 in the NFL, and Cameron Brate just keeps sticking around to make plays like that. Undrafted out of Harvard back in 2014, he has certainly outlasted many other tight ends since that time. He's a quarterback's best friend, and he's more than earned a run as Tampa Bay's starter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers 7, Saints 0.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Saints had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were... The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Brady now to throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Fournette, a first down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Brady.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing the 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
is Brady on third down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara has some space here, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Here's Dalton.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 38, Dalton. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Passing, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Brady. He completes it to Evans.
Finding room at midfield. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
first and 10. Here's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 22, Brady. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Here's White.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Now Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Succop's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First and 10 for Dalton.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with... time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, Brady. And brought in by Brady. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going off.
He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On play action, now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. I was pretty surprised when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
From the gun, it's Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So Dalton now. Under pressure, and down he goes. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Snap came at one. Now here's Dalton. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, Carter. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
46-yard line.
Up the gut, Fournette. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
First down, here's White. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 20, Saints 10. Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now, a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. They've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Inside handoff now to Fournette.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And Brady will sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead now up to 14.
Buccaneers 27, Saints 13.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Dalton. Connecting with Hill.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
The Saints first down.
Here's Dalton.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now Dalton.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette.
132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No